Fucking hell. Right, that'll wake you up. Okay, haven't done one of those in a while. Every day is a school day, as I like to say, and that was a fucking school day. So what you saw there was I was going along behind somebody. They were indicating left to sort of pull into what was a sort of a pub car park there, and they indicated left and they pulled into the side of the road and they slowed down and then they turned right. And if I had been feeling a little different today, a little more reckless, I could have been on their right. I could have went right into the fucking side of them by overtaking them early as they were making a turn. And I guess a lesson you could take away from that, if you really wanted to, is like, don't pass people while they're turning because they might do something stupid or something like that. I don't think it's that though. You could also sort of get really annoyed and fucking pissed off at somebody like that saying, well, they're in the wrong, like, but it doesn't fucking matter. If you slam into the side of a car, it doesn't matter who the fuck is in the wrong. You still just slammed into the side of a car. You've still got pretty much the same problems. Where I can sort of lay blame there is obviously the other car was to blame. If I'd gone into the side of that car, I could totally argue that they caused the accident, that I was overtaking a car that was, you know, indicating to the left and had pulled in and everything, and I had it on camera and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, I still have a fucked up bike and possibly fucked up legs and arms and health and shit, so it doesn't really matter whose fault it is. And so if I wanted to put a name on this school day, I would think about it, and it's not really different from a lot of the other school days and a lot of what the lessons that I learn as I'm out on the bike come back to, which is you are invisible on a road full of idiots. And that's that's the school day for the day yet again. I use a different word from idiots when I'm usually saying it. That's the work safe version of it. You are invisible. It doesn't matter. Like, I have the spots on the bike. I'm lighting up the back of that car. I have loud pipes on the bike. You know, I'm not the most invisible thing in the world, and still, you know, it doesn't actually matter. People don't see you. Like, nothing you can do. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that stuff, like have high-vis stuff on. I'm not wearing a high-vis today, and I probably should be. I'm not saying you shouldn't bother, but, you know, don't think it makes it invincible. Don't think it makes a massive difference to some people. All you're doing is increasing the percentage of people that are going to see you and are going to pay attention to what they're seeing. And by road full of idiots, I don't really mean that everybody on the road is an idiot, because, you know, everyone's got their own stuff going on, but you just can't assume that they're going to do reasonable things. Like, this chap gets squared right in front of me with no notice. It happened to me before, in the car and on the bike. You don't know what's going on with any of these folks in any of these cars. Like, you know, they could just have gotten a phone call, they could be being distracted by somebody in the back, or if they have a kid in the back, they could be fucking drunk. You know, they could be on the phone or not paying attention to the road for some other reason, right? And as to whether that makes them a good person or a bad person or a stupid, it doesn't matter. It doesn't actually matter. What matters is that you fucking get home safely, right? And the best way of doing that is sort of just assuming that people are going to do stupid shit, right? And doing stupid shit doesn't make you a stupid person. Sometimes I remember that and I go out with my head on a swivel, and sometimes not so much, and sometimes, like this morning, I get a bit of a wake-up call. You know, you have to drive defensively, as they call it. So there you go. Every day is a school day. And today's lesson is a lesson we've learned before, but it bears repeating. Lesson number 0. You're invisible on a road full of idiots. Have a good one.